Okay, we're in a place called Rock City. We're going down some serious steps here. I think that's an arch bridge above us. Don't ask me what it is. One little small earthquake here and we are mincemeat.
You must be flexible for this next passageway.
It says if you're taking any medication whatsoever, do not come down here. So I pretended I was deaf and dumb. Stay in trail. That's in there's where you do not go. Let no one say to your shame that all was reality really here until you came. Don't know exactly what to make of that because we'll say no more because this must be appropriate for children, etc. Now that continuing on down. Now that noise you hear screeching, that is insects. And with that it's quieting down somewhat. We want to get out. We're coming near the sunset, so we got to get out the other end of here. Maybe we should be upstairs up there, but anyway, we're down here. Okay, now you hear those insects again. Wow. I presume that science is doing that enter. Can you imagine in the late 1920s that rock garden, a private estate? That is a big stone. There's Beck. Continuing on. Coming out a little bit of a crevice here. Stay on the trail. Needle's Eye. I don't know why they call it Needle's Eye. I'm doing my best not to impersonate a camel here. And this is quite tight and I have to go sideways. That is Jack, for example, coming sideways as well, even though he's a little bit easier for him to do it than me. It is open at the top. It's not as claustrophobic as it would appear to the naked ear. Okay, continuing on. Okay, we seem to have made it up to the top again. You wouldn't want to fall in over that wall, like a bit of distress. Fountain pool down there below. Stone Vista Garden. Let's see what this says. How can I attract pollinators? Well, if they're yellow jackets, you don't necessarily want to attract them because they could deliver a nasty sting. So eliminate those yellow jackets, hornets and wasps. Concentrate maybe on the bumblebee as well. He may look a bit overweight, that bumblebee, but he's very important. If we get rid of the honeybees, civilization is no more. Now, a pollinator can anything be from moth to a honeybee and even to a hummingbird. As we know, a hummingbird is a pretty small bird. And he frequently hums, hence the name honeybird. Now that's a good fall down there. I'm estimating that's about 60 feet down. Okay, I will continue on. Now, note this rock here. It's in the shape of a mushroom, and it would not surprise me at all if it was called the Mushroom Rock. Well, fancy that. That's the Mushroom Rock. See if I can get the broader view of the Mushroom Rock. Actually, want to go in by the Mushroom Rock. That's as close to mushrooms as I want that young man to be, because it's difficult enough without the mushroom, but with the mushroom it's even more difficult. But that's Mushroom Rock. Thank you very much. What's in a name? Two missionaries, David Buttrick and William Chamberlain, came to Lookout Mountain. That's 202 years ago, to minister to the Native Americans. In company with Mr. Chamberlain, I ascended Lookout Mountain. That was a good ascent because I drove up it, and it is high up. Indeed. Rock City of the Mantior history of nurturing and celebrating of natural things. Very good. Alright, continuing on again. Some nice music in the background to drown out those chirping animals. Now, we will later be going back to see a beautiful botanical garden on the other side, but I wish to come out here first. Now we're crossing obviously one of the little stone bridges that was above our heads when we were walking earlier. That is the crevice we walked between. Actually, that is the crevice we were not allowed to walk between. We walked on the crevice on the other side. Easy enough to get one's crevices confused here as we continue on around. I see some people going down there under us. That's down quite a bit. Again, wow, that's would not do to fall in here. See there underneath us there. All right, continuing on. Close here. Shall I close them out? Is there enough done through here already? Okay, we'll give them a break. We won't close it. It's a crevice we were looking at from the other end. Ah, wow, that's a long way down. It's got to be 100 feet down there. That's not funny. That's not like my phone dropped down. So we're letting some people ahead of us go through that pass first. Now, this of course is Goblin's Underpass. Perhaps goblins were a little mythical creature, or maybe it's a misprint. Maybe it was Giblin's Underpass. Whatever. But we're going to continue on now. Okay, we'll let those people clear the other side, out the other end. This is about 50 feet, 60 feet long. The roof is right up above my head, so it's about 6 feet and a bit up. On we go. Okay, this way next. Swing along on stone bridges. Okay, we don't want to go up there. We want to continue on here. And I think I have lost him. Okay, he's coming. Not quite as deep. Okay. Amaze and amazing. Okay, so far so good.
Oh, right here. P3M everything. The basic.
Stone Bridge,
I know.
Swing Along
You
Bridge.
should rock and carry.
Stone Bridge.
We're gonna go. Yeah, one go to the Swing Bridge.
Stone Bridge.
Yes, because again, wow, that's so lifelike. Amazing how they can program to beyond the phone. Okay, some people here might be getting a little bit weak at the knees. We shall see. So we have decided to take the swing bridge. We will see just how swingy it is. Swing along bridge. Okay, well, these people
Y'all want to go ahead?
oh, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're debating stuff.
Yeah, we're debating whose pictures you're taking and all that good stuff.
And you're just going to use the foolish Irishman to see if he gets it across, and then you'll go across.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That is good thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, fortunately, we got an even more foolish guy ahead of me. So
Oh no, I like the road.
there he goes. He is a goner for sure.
Yeah, I was waiting. I didn't want so many people on at one time. I was cutting it off.
Oh no, see, I've done heard rocking him.
Now to make it even better, we should throw some stones at this fella just to test him.
Right?
I want to see this
It's easy for him to say okay. Let's give him a little bit of let's give him a little bit of a thrill here. Okay. See how I'm applying some tension here to this. See, that will help him believe it. That will help him, believe it or not, to get a better view. Now, there's an absolutely spectacular view out there that we're about 6,000 feet up above the ground level. And you can see 7 states from this location that we're going out to here. Jack, do you want to go ahead of me so that I can take you, or will I go? You see how the last fool bounced? That is the way to go. Now, the fellow may not have been a fool. He could have been a professor at MIT for all I know, but fair play to him, he's having a good time for himself, and that's all that matters really when you're on vacation. So again, I will apply some vibration here. If I could get the natural frequency correct, as I've learned in engineering, I could set up a decent vibration by a method called oscillation. But anyway, alright, well, okay, so now I'm gonna go. It was nice knowing you. If I don't get over here one piece, thank you. Alright, now I too am going to bounce. I don't know if bouncing and holding your phone is a great idea, but indeed there's a lot of things that have not been a great idea. Okay, I see my son there, he's bouncing. Get another picture of me bouncing in the middle deck. Now, needless to say, it's hundreds and hundreds of feet down. I'm doing my best to test this bridge. And this is the bouncing motion of my feet here. The sign says do not bounce. Okay, there's people waiting after me to come back. Alright, I have made it over one leg. Oh my goodness. Why snags matter? Well, that's a good question. I don't know why snags matter. I know why stags, S-T-A-G-S, matter. I know indeed why shags, S-H-A-G-S, matter. Sometimes they matter more to some than others, but that's neither here nor there. Alrighty, I have made it, and my son has made it over. There's an eagle there, an eagle's nest. Now, I want to go out here to the optimal viewing here. Bear with me now, this is a long video. Okay, let me get up here.
I'm gonna stand back for a little bit. Line it up.
Oh my goodness, this is Stairway to Heaven. This too is an optical illusion. That balloon up there, you may think it's only about 15 inches in diameter. It's actually 300 feet in diameter, and I think it could be SpaceX for all I know, maybe Elon Musk's. But it looks as if it's just a balloon at the end of the sculpture, but trust me, I would not lie. Okay, I'm now going to get a little bit closer to this optical illusion here. And you can see there's a light in it. It's very nice. The Rock City. Now, needless to say, I'm tempted to go right out there, but as you can see, that's not appropriate, so I will not go out there. Let's see here, can I get a viewpoint from here before I go right out there? The only thing that can ruin this video is if my phone falls about 3,000 feet down there. Now, believe me, that is something else. Now, we're going to continue on out here because we want to catch the setting sun. And I'm trying to see where the sun is. Perhaps it'll be just my luck if this was the evening where the sun does not set on the west, that it might set on the east. Because when you're on a trip like this, anything can go wrong, and that would indeed be a bit of a glitch. Okay, now I'm seeing here. I want to see how I get out here. Did we go a bit astray, Jack? Oh my goodness, those insects are making some racket. That was Lover's Leap. It would not be good to leap down there. Okay, continuing on down here. Sea Rock City was off the beaten path. Well, they can say that again. Most certainly was off the beaten path. Wow. That's some form of advertising. This fellow here in the 1930s or whatever, 1936, to advertise his location, he had the message painted on the top of barns, similar to you see there. The 1950s, over 900 barns advertising this place. Wow. That was a simple idea, and that was a very, very good idea. It's great to see you all in one piece after getting across that. I adjusted my wheel halfway across. Now, let's get a view of Lover's Leap there. I can see some people on top there. I'm not sure whether they're lovers or not, or whether it was at a concert some people were at there a couple of months back when they got into a little bit of trouble. Those lovers didn't want to be on the big screen, but that happens in life as well. Okay, now this is somewhat nerve-wracking. Getting a view of this water, it goes down there. I won't say it's like Niagara, but it most certainly is about 200 feet down there. And looking out this side, that's a heck of a long way down. That's all I know. Stand here and look at the birdhouse camera box. The rocks in the birdhouse camera box. Okay, standing here. Smile. Okay. I am smiling. It's smiling back up at me. Oh, okay. Be that as it may. This is the Lover's Leap, and I'm gingerly getting my camera out there. That's enough of my camera out there. Alrighty, so from here you can see 7 states. Coming up the hill, of course, which is over there on that left hand side, we crossed the state line. We came from someplace down there where that big barn is or whatever. I'm not really sure where we came from, but we came up there and we crossed the state line only half a mile away from Tennessee into the northwest corner of Georgia. So we're actually in Georgia, obviously. 120 miles, Mount Pinnacle. Oh, okay. That's Kentucky, Virginia. Smoky Mountains, North Carolina, 50 miles away. I can see the Smoky Mountains clearly out enough. 50 miles away from this height is nothing. Okay, looking this way, we're looking off down to South Carolina. That, of course, 80 miles. Georgia's everything here. And Alabama, it would be more south. Looking at that. So, that being south
So
means that the sun
right here
is
is where you can see 7 states. And kind of explain it. So Georgia's that way. We have
going
North
down on the
Carolina,
other side.
North Carolina,
But anyway, that is that.
Kentucky.
By the time the
and
Civil War
Tennessee.
reached the slopes of Lookout Mountain in 1863, more and more people had discovered what was really being called the Rock City. During the famous Battle of Lookout Mountain, both a Union officer and a Confederate nurse speculated in separate diary entries that one could see 7 states from atop the summit. The 7 states flag court stands as a lasting tribute to each of these states: Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. The beautiful Grand Dominion of Virginia. Check out the world famous view and see how many states you can identify. Well, I can identify them all.
So getting
Now,
really good videos. My
that
skills, okay, so I'm gonna
is
start
a long way down. Okay, let's go back here a little bit. The Georgia flag, adopted in 2001. That's news to me. There you go. There's no breeze, no nothing here. So all the flags are, none of them are waving in the wind. South Carolina flag. First used by Colonel William Moultrie in a Revolutionary War battle. Wow. A palmetto tree was later added. Obviously that's why they call it the Palmetto State. Well, now you know what a palmetto is. Palmetto tree stood over a fallen oak. Symbolic of the British fleet. Well, good for them. Alright, the Alabama one. The Alabama one is easy enough to remember. Crimson Cross of St. Andrew against a white background. Now, see it up there? If it's diagonal, it's the exact same as the English flag, except the English flag is perpendicular and horizontal to the cross. This one is diagonal. Kentucky. Kentucky, of course, is one of the 4 Commonwealths. Great to see it's written on the flag there, Commonwealth of Kentucky. The other 3 Commonwealths, needless to say, as we all know, is Virginia, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania. That's the Tennessee flag. That reminds me of the 3 battalions that are the 3 regiments we saw at monument to them at Gettysburg yesterday. Very cool. Virginia flag. Originally Virginia, now West Virginia and Virginia itself. It was adopted in 1861, April the 13th, obviously. That was the outbreak of hostilities. North Carolina, I like that. May the 20th, 1775. State Board Cardinal. Oh. The Old North State. If one spent 10 minutes here, you'd know the mottos and the birds of 7 states. State Cardinal. Well, Cardinal is the motto of 2 of them. The Mockingbird, Tennessee. Oh, the cardinal is the bird of Kentucky as well. Alabama, I like that motto. We dare defend our rights. We could do with a little bit of we dare defending our rights over in Ireland at the moment, because it's in bad shape, as we all know. Now, I'm going to have one last view out here, and that will bring this video to 30 minutes. I cannot stress how high this is. It's nerve-wracking to see how high up we are here. There's a haze. The sun has just gone down over yonder there. Alright, thank you for watching.